Good morning, beloveds. It is November 16th. Our title is Today I Live. Our quote is, "He who knows this grand completion does not seek for it. He loses nothing and abandons nothing. He does not change himself with regard to external things. He turns in on himself and finds there an inexhaustible store." And that is from the texts of Taoism. The wisest man who ever lived told us that the knowledge of truth shall make us free. All books of spiritual wisdom have taught us that it is not the one who makes the mistake whom we should seek to destroy. It is the mistake itself that must be erased. This means that evil has no existence in itself and has no history. No matter what the negation of yesterday may have been, the affirmations of today rise triumphant and transcendent over them. Thus, all the evils of our yesterday disappear into their native nothingness. If we behold beauty instead of ugliness, then beauty will appear. If we persist in seeing the true rather than the false, then that which is true will appear. Let us then cease weeping over the shortcomings and mistakes and evils of our yesterdays, and steadfastly beholding the face of the great and the divine reality, let us resolve to walk in the light wherein there is no darkness. Definitely, I know that every negative condition of the past is cleared away from my consciousness. I no longer think about it, see it, or believe in it. Nor do I believe that there is any effect whatsoever in my experience. Yesterday is not, tomorrow is not, but today, bright with hope and filled with promise, is mine. Today I live. I now surrender every doubt and fear, every thought of confusion or uncertainty into the keeping of divine spirit. I lose all sense of limitation, lack. I lose all sense of limitation, lack, and want into the divine abundance. I lift up the bowl of my acceptance and know that it is filled from the wholeness of plenty. I let God, the supreme intelligence, guide and direct me now. Okay. Today he's not lifting a cup of acceptance, he's lifting a bowl of acceptance. He's decided to go bigger. All right. If I'm going to boil down, because he used a lot of words, if I'm going to boil down what he said is focus on the good and ignore the past. Ignore the past. I'm not even sure ignore the past. I think let the past go would be better. So look for the good and let the past go. We want to take the lessons that we've learned, but not the mushy stuff from the past. So we don't want to focus on that. And we don't want to worry too much about the future. I mean, we can plan for the future, but we don't want to worry too much about it. In fact, we don't want to worry about it at all. Because worry is a misuse of imagination. What we want to do is focus on today and focus on the good. And just kind of let the rest go. It's like, yeah, I've made plenty of mistakes. And yes, I have made amends for those mistakes. And if I continue to feel guilty over the mistakes that I've made, then all that's doing is holding me back. So I need to let that go. That's what I mean by the mushy stuff. To let that go. To not let the past mistakes that I've made hold on to me, to keep me in chains. It's like, okay, yes, I've made a mistake. I've made amends. I've learned from my mistake. I'm not going to do it again. Let me focus on going forward. Let me focus on the good. Let me focus on, the solutions. And just let all the rest of that go. And live today. So I think that's what he's talking about today. Some days he's like bright and clear, and some days I'm just like, if I boil this down, because the title is Today I Live. Really, honestly, that's all we've got. Yesterday's gone, tomorrow is not here. And honestly, tomorrow never comes. All you have is now. So why not focus on the good? Why not focus on the beautiful? Why not focus on, you know, all the good that we can't, that we are doing? It's not even that we can do, but what we are doing. And focus on the beauty around us, and then just let the rest of it go. Learn from the past, plan for the future, focus on today. He who knows this grand completion does not seek for it. That first line, it makes me go, okay. It's like, but I get it. He who knows this grand completion does not seek for it, because we don't have to. It's like, we know in the end it's going to be all right. We do what we do, and we know we'll get there, because we can see that grand completion. He loses nothing and abandons nothing. He does not change himself with regard to external things. That's a super important line. He does not change himself to external things. He turns within himself. What's going on around you doesn't have to change you. You want to change from inside out. And then the external things around you will naturally change. So he turns in on himself and finds there an inexhaustible store. And so that's from the texts of Taoism. All right, so the wisest man who ever lived, and if you don't know by now, according to Ernest, the wisest man who ever lived is Jesus. So the wisest man who ever lived told us that the knowledge of truth shall make us free. All books of spiritual wisdom have taught us that it is not the one who makes the mistake whom we should seek to destroy. It is the mistake itself that must be erased. So the person who made the mistake is a beloved child of God. It serves no purpose to destroy that. But it does serve a purpose to erase the mistake, to correct the mistake, to make amends. So when somebody makes a mistake, we don't want to destroy them, but we do want to show them that they're a beloved child of God. Because if we show them that they're a beloved child of God, they will do better. And that can take a lot of different ways, and I'm not going to get into that. That's a discussion for another day. This means that evil has no existence in and of itself and has no history. No matter what the negations of yesterday may have been, the affirmations of today rise triumphant and transcendent over them. So it doesn't matter what happened yesterday. We can move on. We can absolutely move on if we move on in the direction of, in the alignment of spirit. Thus, all the evils of our yesterday disappear into their native nothingness. It's us holding on to them that keeps them around a lot longer. It's like, let that go. If we behold beauty instead of ugliness, then beauty will appear. If we persist in seeing the true rather than the false, then that which is true will appear. So what you focus on, where your attention goes, that's where your power goes. That's what you're going to bring more of in your life. Why wouldn't you focus on the beauty? Why wouldn't you focus on the solution? Why wouldn't you focus on the good? It's like, yes, there is stuff happening that should not be happening, and we have the power to affect that. And the power to affect that is by focusing on the good and not giving any more of our attention and power to the evil. We focus on the solutions to what is going on that shouldn't be, not what is going on that shouldn't be, if that makes sense. Let us then cease weeping over the shortcomings and mistakes and evils of our yesterday, and steadfastly beholding the face of the great and divine reality, let us resolve to walk in the light therein, wherein there is no darkness. Focus on the good. Focus on the right. Focus on the right action, the right knowing. And it will right itself. It will right itself. I definitely know that every negative condition of the past is cleared away from my consciousness. I no longer think about it, see it, or believe in it. So what I'm saying here is I'm letting it go. Nor do I believe that it has any effect whatsoever on my experience. I've released the chains of the guilt. I was raised Catholic. I know guilt. And so it's like, okay, yeah, I made a mistake. I've made amends. I am doing better. I will not do it again. I'm not going to let the guilt chain me to my past and slow me down. Yesterday is not, tomorrow is not, but today, bright with hope and filled with promise, is mine. Today I live. I now surrender every doubt and fear, every thought of confusion or uncertainty into the keeping of the divine spirit. I lose all sense of limitation, lack, and want into the divine abundance. I lift up the bowl of my acceptance and know that it is filled from the wholeness of plenty. I let God, the supreme intelligence, guide and direct me. All right, so the mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to surrender every doubt and fear, every confusion and uncertainty to the divine spirit. Let it go. We can turn into Elsa, and if I could sing, I would, but I can't, so I don't. Let it go. Let it go. Focus on what you can do. And don't give any more thought to what you can't. Because there are other people to take up that work. Focus on what you can do. And focus on the good and focus on the beautiful. That's one of the things that I say every day. Focus on the good. So surrender all of your doubt, your confusion, all of that to Spirit. And Spirit will guide you and direct you into the work that you can do, into the difference that you can make. Because you can absolutely make a difference. And if you're seeing this going on over here and there's nothing you can do about it, then it's not your work to do. It's not your work to do. We all have to use our voices. We all have to use our actions in constructive ways. And sometimes, generally, if we see it, then there's something we can do about it. But sometimes all we can know is that the person who's meant to sort that is on their way. Yep. So, okay. That is the mission today. Yeah. And I know it's like release our fear and doubt and, confusion and uncertainty. Release that. Oh, it sounds easier than it might be. But that's what spiritual practice is for. So the next thing I'm going to ask you to do can help you to do that, which is to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself. Whatever it looks like. Be it as short as 3 deep breaths or, an all-day day of rest or like a week of vacation. That's a good thing too. I encourage you to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself every day. Because I want it to become a permanent habit. I want that loving, kind, compassionate response to yourself to be your first response, to be your default setting. Because you deserve it. You deserve your own love. You deserve your own kindness. You deserve your own compassion because you are a beloved child of God. And you'll have it to share with other people because you will never look in the eyes of someone that God doesn't love. No matter what is happening in their life, God loves them, just like God loves you. And if we can spare a little love, a little kindness, a little compassion with other people, sometimes it can tilt the balance and set the world right. That's what we're working for. In the Jewish mystic tradition, we're all it's acts of kindness that sew up the universe. And we never know which act of kindness it'll be. And it could be the smallest act of kindness. Or the biggest. But it's more likely to be the small one. So practice it on yourself. Practice it on each other. And spread that around. Spread the love. Spread the kindness. Spread the compassion. But especially practice it on yourself. I also encourage you to do something to engage your mind and your body. I went for a walk today. It's the middle of November and it's a little warm out there. This weather. But I did get that face full of sun that I'm always encouraging you for, so that's a good thing. And drink plenty of water today. Big believer in hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Your brain works better that way. And whatever else you do, open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you do live in heaven right here, right now. Always. Always. So, I encourage you to have a great day, an amazing day, a wonderful day, a fantastic day, a stunning day, an enchanting day, a fantastic day, a fabulous day, a good day. And if that's too much pressure, simply have a day. Simply have a day. You are enough. Always. I have no idea what's going on Tuesday at the center, so if you want to know something that I don't know, email info@creativelife.org, get on that mailing list, then you'll know and have all the relevant links. I think Tuesday may be the only day that I don't think that there's something going on for sure, because we've got a lot of content online. So if there's nothing going on, feel free to check out the social medias. Creative Life Spiritual Center is YouTube and Facebook, and Creative Life Spark is Instagram and TikTok. And I am the Running Rev Ryan on 3 of those platforms. I'm not on TikTok yet. Although I did film 3 videos, so I will be on our TikTok for Creative Life soon, which terrifies me. But I know Danielle, she'll take good care of me. So, yep, that's what's going on. Reverend David should be on Facebook Live around 5 p.m. with you. I'll be back with you at 9 a.m. If you ever want to see because I've been doing this for 19 months is what Jesse said on Sunday. There's 19 months worth of material, although I'm about a month behind. So maybe 18 months on the Running Rev Ryan YouTube channel. Check it out. I've talked about all kinds of random stuff. And occasionally you get to see canned meows like Rita, right? She so doesn't care. All right, beloveds, I'm going to move into the process of my day. You do what you need to do. Take care of yourself and know that you are loved. I'll see you next time.